studio, Etornam Kumashie is here. Let's continue from where we left off. So, Michael Blackson is saying what exactly? Now we have the time to listen.
So let me start again, since now we have the time to listen. So Michael Blackson is trending. He is an American Ghanaian actor and comedian. And a couple of months back, he was in the news expressing frustration because he had invested about $1.2 million in Eurobonds. He said that he wanted to put up a school here in Ghana to help Ghanaian children. Now, he was supposed to get some returns, and they weren't coming. And when he contacted the government at the time, MPP government, the New Patriotic Party, they said that, you know, it had been used for debt, or they were prioritizing debt at the time. So he felt, you know, it was unfair. He came on air, he spoke a lot, expressed his frustration. And then some Ghanaians were angry because it looked like it was an embarrassment to the country. And I think it was an embarrassment to the country.
Right.
And he later, you know, issued an apology and said, well, he's not saying that the entire country is bad. He's just saying that the government didn't treat him well, didn't treat him properly. Now, fast forward, we've had our December 2024 elections. Now there's a new administration.
Right.
Now, he says that he's a full-fledged member of the National Democratic Congress, and I will tell you why. So he said this is because Mahama, you know, the Ministry of Finance has actually honored their promise to pay, I'm finding this shortly, for payment in cash, a coupon of 6.1 billion to domestic debt exchange program bondholders. So he's a part of this group, and so he's going to be getting his return. He heard this news, decided to tell the whole country that now I'm full-fledged NDC member. Yeah,
they are taking care of me, innit?
They are taking care of me. So yeah, people are like, good for him, but then again, it's still early days to decide based on one action that you'll be part of a particular political party. But I guess
this is when you say one action, is this in motion, or has it just been said? It
has just been said.
So we don't even know.
No, it says honest. So actually, Ministry of Finance honest payment in cash coupon of 6.1 billion.
So it's in motion?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Following a directive from the president, John Dramani Mahama.
So if it's in motion, then
very interesting comments on social media. There are people that are like, you know, James' second coming has been quite an interesting one. He's not been in office for long, but yeah. But speaking on the president, again, John Dramani Mahama, he said that if the U.S. decides to cut aid, China and India should step in. They should consider multilateral, you know, operations as well, and then see how best, because U.S. has been cracking down. I don't know what it is with Donald Trump, but this time he's like, I don't want to give anyone anything. All of you can get away. We will do our own stuff. He's imposing very serious tariffs on other countries like China and the rest. China too decided to hold a meeting this week, meeting some of their very big CEOs and all that, because if you're imposing tariffs, you're also going to, you know, sit down, analyze our policies and stuff, see how best we can move forward.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. We're in very interesting times, I must say.
Yeah.
You know, with the fact that and I don't know how to feel about, no, it's not even about my feelings. I don't know what to make of, you know, the fact that Trump and Mahama have had their reigns at the same, like, same consecutive, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Was president, wasn't president, wasn't president, president again. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't know.
Well, I think that it was also quite an interesting time because they were all clamoring for change in US, and we're also clamoring for change after Mahama. We got the change, they got the change.
Yeah.
We decided they didn't like it. We also decided
we didn't like it. So Sanko Fasani.
And hopefully it's better. Like, you know, he's been on a good run so far.
Yes.
Hopefully,
and I feel like, you know, he wants to leave a legacy.
Yes,
you know,
this
so
is going to be his last.
Yes, so he definitely wants to leave on a very high note.
Yeah,
and you can tell, you know, beginning days, you can tell that, you know, that is the aim, is to leave on a high note, and that's very commendable. So yay. Yay.
Yay,
President. Yeah, so, we are moving on. And you have something about Blake. Oh, did you hear about Nigerian Regina Daniels?
Yes,
I don't know if that's like I don't know the truth behind that entire.
Sorry, did you hear? Let me tell you. But you know Chika Ike?
Yeah.
I think that's
Yes.
So she's pregnant, and they are saying that the child belongs to Ned, Regina Daniels' husband. And no one is debunking the rumor, saying she has disabled
But
all her
what
social
shows
media.
that that's the child?
Well, that's the rumor.
It's a rumor.
That's the rumor that is out
It's a
there.
rumor.
And the fact that she's disabled her accounts makes it look suspicious.
So,
like, her social media
Yeah.
accounts, you disabled them,
Yeah.
you're not responding, you're not. But I feel like she knew what she signed up for. The man can marry 100 if he wants.
Yeah.
She was like number 4 or 5.
Mm-mm.
So if he's adding more.
Interesting.
And I have to hand it to the man. His taste in
My
women.
goodness.
Listen, as a woman myself, I will say that I have to hand it to him. He has impeccable taste when it comes to women. Because if you look at his lineup of wives, you can tell that, listen, this man knows what he's about, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can tell that forget women. You can tell that he's a man that has a taste for fine things. You know, it's in everything else outside of his women. So I mean, if he wants another wife, why not? He can afford it. Do you understand? I have a friend who, in his mind, he has a lot of money, but me, I see him and I'm like, listen, I have done a projection. I feel like in the next 3 years he will not have that much money, but he thinks that he's it, you know. And every time he says that, but Natalia, the truth is, God will even be upset with me if, with all this money I have, I'm just taking care of one woman. Like, it's not even possible. God won't like it. You think God blessed me with all this money for just one woman? All of this money, so I'm supposed to take care of. It has to be economically beneficial.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how he speaks.
He's running an orphanage or something.
That's how he speaks. And then another friend of mine has this colleague who says that the whole, men having women outside and all this side chick business is good for the economy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes it's economically sound. You know what I mean?
In what sense?
Oh, but if you think about it, I will agree with that, because, so for instance, Terry, if I'm your wife, right, and say you have a lot of money, and you're taking care of just me with all that money, I mean, that's fine. But imagine if you extended it to Etornam, right? Maybe Etornam's mom wanted to run a business. Charlie opened some cold store for her in her neighborhood, you know? She's right. You know what I mean? No, a side chick's mom. And she's running that business. Etornam is in school. You're paying her fees, but you set her up with some small business. She's running the business. Trust me, economically, we're running the economy that way. You get me though? Because if the business is just for me and I'm the only one running the business, it makes sense. But imagine if there are 3 or 4 more other women who are equally running business, all set up by you. So now we're boosting the economy.
Maybe your partner cheats or does something. Maybe when you confront them, they're like, "Oh, I'm just trying to help the economy." Would that fly?
Oh no! But the thing about me is that I have no qualms about what people decide to do by themselves, but don't let me find out.
Wow.
Because first of all, when I find out about, when I'm with someone, I find out about when they're doing these things, I'm not even upset about what they're doing. I'm upset that they are not smart enough. That alone
to hide it.
They were not smart enough to not let me see. Like that alone for me, like that's the beginning of my that's in itself is something before we get down to the main, you know what I mean? Like you have to be the kind of man that can manage. You need to be able to manage whatever you take on.
Precisely.
If you are loose about it to the point where I find out, that makes me feel some type of way about you. It's like, no, man, you can't be my man. I mean, don't let me find out. Do your thing. Run your business. But
don't let me find out.
just don't let me find out.
Woo.
Run your business, but don't let me find out. That's it. That's just it.
Well, if the child belongs to him, it doesn't belong to him, no one cares. He would always, I think he's quite responsible when it comes to his kids, takes care of them. Takes care of the women, all that. So Chika wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah.
Regina should also, I mean, you signed up for this, so she'd be fine.
Yeah, and Chika is equally one fine chick.
Yeah,
so.
very fine chick. Who could have had her own? And
who could have had her own?
Her own instead of poaching other people. If the rumors are true.
Her own what, man?
Yeah, her own man.
But that's the thing that people don't understand. First of all, when you say her own man, this is her own man now.
Okay.
No?
Shared by 4 or 5.
It doesn't matter.
Other
Who needs a man 24/7?
Natalia is okay. Natalia.
Unless you're telling me you do.
Natalia is.
Do you?
Why would I want someone that I'm sharing with other people?
No. Do you need a man, even if it's just for you? Do you need him 24/7?
Nobody needs anyone 24/7.
Absolutely. So
the rest of the time he should. Please, no.
You have him for as long as you want him, and then can we move on, please?
Okay, we should move on.
Can we move on, please? I feel the most important thing in all of this is, what kind of man is this? Is he the kind of man that takes care of his business? Is he taking care of you and all of it? Because you see, look at it on the other side of the table is you can have a man all by yourself and he's very irresponsible. And he's not taking care of you the way he has to. And he's not making you feel the feelings that you're yearning to feel. So that all by myself man essentially is something I put in the bag and throw out. You know what I mean? As opposed to, if we all understand what the situation is, and you know this person is, very responsible, taking care of his business, whatever. Me, I will go for that. I won't lie.
Okay.
I don't care, because I really don't need a man 24/7. Charlie, I know if I know what it is and it's like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm okay. As long as the person is responsible, because people come with, well, what are his ideals? What kind of man is he? What does he bring to the table? How does he make you feel? You can have this man, and it's legal. He's not hiding nothing. You understand? And this man, you can tell, is making all his wives feel very much. See, when he came with Regina to Independence, whatever. Yeah. And how, even though they have bodyguards and everything, like he's holding on to her, holding her hand, like, listen, and this kind of man, you can tell that when he's with you, he makes you like you feel right. He won't give you any reason to feel any type of way. The fact that he wants to get with other women and he lets you know that's what it is, on top of the fact that he's handling everything, I would really choose that over some man that in my mind is just for me and is equally irresponsible or will give me some wahala that I'm not interested in. And because at the end of the day, really, when it comes down to it, you can't vouch for any man when it comes to these things. You may sit at home and believe that, oh, my man is for me. But eventually one day at his funeral, you see some kids who come and tell you how their father is the one in the casket. And it will be too late to question him like he's gone. Yeah. You can't even get upset about that situation. So, yes.
Okay, that is Natalia for you. Me, I'm moving on.
That's another. Okay, you can't understand now, can you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's move on.
Yeah. So Saturday Night Live, they held their 50th anniversary, this week, and Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were there. This couple, they have been in the news for a while because of the whole drama with It Ends With Us. And they're always trying to be funny. Ryan is always trying to be funny. Yes. Blake is always trying to be funny. They have this we are a funny couple vibe around them. So they got to the show, and then I think there was one of the sessions like that. Someone said, "Hi Ryan, are you okay? How are you?" And then he gets up and then he's like, "Yeah, why? What have you heard?"
Yeah.
And you see the switch in his wife's face immediately. Like she was all smiley, all laughing, all happy. And the moment he said, "Wow, what have you heard?" Like her face switches, she becomes, she looks like she's upset. And it had people talking, there was backlash. Some people were like, maybe this is not the time you should have appeared publicly together. Some also think maybe you should have just, I don't know, not talk about it or anything. But what do you think when maybe a celebrity or something, maybe if they are going through something or maybe they face a scandal, do you think it's right to have like a public appearance, maybe to clear the air or to say something? Like, is it right, or you should just be low key till everything sizzles down?
Well, it depends. I think everyone and how they feel. Some people don't care. Like, they literally don't care. So they just show up.
Whether or not.
And I feel like people also feel that showing up means you're stronger. But I mean, you can still be feeling it, but you can still come out there. Your body language can tell. Anything else can tell. So like, yeah. So I feel like it's all about what you think, how you see yourself, and how you think of what others are thinking about you, and then you make such decisions. Yeah.
If you were a celebrity and you had a scandal, would you show up?
Me?
Yeah.
I will show up. So that you see that I'm here.
Yeah, you see that.
Yes.
Yeah. What do people see and they're like, you're not even going to hide small, you're showing your face?
So the thing is, why are you hiding? Hiding for what? Eventually it will pass and go, and you still come out again. So what's the point in hiding? You get it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you're not going to hide forever. You're definitely going to come out. So just embrace it and
just
come out and just do your.
Interesting. It depends on your personality, though.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, there are some people who are known for. I don't reckon. So, for instance, I don't reckon there will be anything about, say, Shatawale, and anybody would believe that he will go into hiding. He will fan the flame. He grows in such moments.
Yeah.
So it depends on the personality. On the other hand, I know other people who may not exactly survive, things like that. So it depends really on what your personality is or what we have known you to be over the years. So sometimes when something comes up about a certain particular person, based on how we've known him or the kind of brand they have built, we may not even be bothered.
Yeah.
We won't care because we feel like, as for this person there, like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
But in the same vein, if it's the same thing for another person, we may blow it out of proportion.
Yeah.
Even if it's nothing, it's like, ooh, we cannot believe this.
Did not expect that.
Yeah, so really it depends on your personality and how you want to handle it. But I think at the end of the day, people who put themselves out there every day, they really try. They really try. It's a place that if you are, it can really affect your mental health.
Yeah.
Because everybody has an opinion about you. And people who don't know you can even sit and say things about you.
Yeah, because you put yourself out there. So they think they know you.
Yes. That may or may not be true. People have expectations of you. It's not an easy place to
it's
be.
a whole lot of work.
So I mean when things come up for people like that, one of the things that you will never find me doing anywhere, especially on social media, is talking about trends. Things that come up on social media. Somebody broke up, somebody's married. Me, Natalia, never. I don't do that. I don't do all of that social commentary. I won't say nothing. It is on that day that I'll be posting something humorous on my page, trying to divert the conversation and all of that, because people are really going through it, and sometimes we just have to be kinder, and I totally agree that we should stop discussing other people's personal lives on shows and stuff like that. It's like people are really going through it. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It is juicy sometimes. When we have to talk about Honorable Natasha. It can get really juicy, but sometimes we also have to be human and understand that people are going through and still trying to maneuver.
Yeah.
Nobody has figured it out. That is
and nobody will figure it out.
That is the honest truth. Everybody is still finding it or trying, Nobody has figured it out. Sometimes you talk to people who have been married for, 30, 40 years. Even sometimes you go 45, 50-year-old couple, and you talk to them, and sometimes one party will be honest and tell you that in this whole 45 years, I can tell you for a fact that I've only been happy for 2 years or something. You know what I mean? So really, nobody has figured it out. Everybody is trying.
Still trying.
So we just have to be kinder with our words. And some people are so harsh and entitled, especially on social media. People are so harsh and say all kinds of things that they won't say to their fathers and mothers. They come and say it to other people.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why it's also important that if you decide to put yourself out there, you'd have to be very strong mentally. Because I always say this, that, and as much as we try to encourage people to do stuff or to be a certain kind of way, it's you the individual, or you can be the one that you can work on yourself, you can be strong, you can be all that, because some people literally make it their business, and this generation is going to be like that. I feel like the ones coming after us is going to be social media, you know, everything is on social media, everything is here, everything is, we give people stuff to talk about, because essentially that is all we do day in, day out. So we would have to also learn how to be mentally strong and all that, because it won't stop. It won't stop now, even if we talk about it, it won't stop. So, yeah, those are our trends for today. Yeah.
We thank God for these trends. And thank you, Etornam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalia.
So, more music coming. This is The Zone. This is Starr 103.5 FM. Terry, is there anything you would want to say?
Ask Terry about Valentine's, because you had a good time.
Valentine's Day. I mean, I saw Terry on Valentine's Day.
Yes, we were at the Duvet experience together.
Yeah.
Yes. And then
the next day went for Daddy
the next
Lumba.
day, I was at Daddy Lumba's concert.
He was having fun. I was even jealous.
It was amazing.
You were not jealous.
It was an amazing night.
If you were called to go, you would not.
She wouldn't go.
I see how you're jealous.
I wonder.
The way you've been making me look,
I wonder.
Someone on air, someone listening would think I'm 50 or like I'm 60.
You are 80. 80.
Obviously.
Anyway, but yeah, Terry had a lot of fun. What else?
Oh yeah, it was a great weekend, and then actually they had an event at Soho as well. Yeah. It was great. Massive crowd. I mean, the support is still there.
I mean,
it's surprising how
part of
I
Valentine's
see
Day with Terry. Actually, we had a